right, ladies and gentlemen. This next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting on the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 9 wins and 3 losses. He stands 172 centimeters tall and weighs already 61.6 kilograms. Representing Team Lakay and fighting out of Baguio City, the Philippines. Please welcome Jeremy the Juggernaut Pacatiw. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and 3 losses. He stands 173 centimeters tall and weighs already 61.4 kilograms. Representing Matt 05 and fighting out of KHK MMA out of the beautiful Jordan. Give it up for the royal fighter, AlQaisi.
Expect fireworks, but expect fast-paced action. Both men are known for their cardio, are known for setting the pace, but both men like to control the center of that cage.
And here we go, both men occupy the center straight away. AlQaisi with that high guard, Jeremy Pacatiw throwing a couple of feints, trying to get AlQaisi to bite on something.
Give me a feint by Pacatiw, and both fighters having a look at each other, and a lot of respect will go in because they'll both see that momentum on either side. Both fighters just reaching out to almost find the distance before engaging, and this is what they call the feeling out process, ultimately.
AlQaisi keeping a wider, lower base, almost as if anticipating the takedown from Jeremy Pacatiw, trying to keep his hips below the hips of Jeremy Pacatiw.
That's twice he's gone for that kick and nobody at home. Good management of distance by AlQaisi.
Nice spinning back kick again. Needs to be wary of going to the well with that, because the best defense to the spinning back kick is simply to pivot on your lead foot.
AlQaisi trying to pump out that jab himself and so far find that range. See Pacatiw just getting that head off center line and using that in his feints. Just both fighters, it's almost like there's that kick has landed, but it's almost like a stalemate for the moment till they really engage. And there's a lot of feints being thrown by Pacatiw, digging to that leg, that lead leg. And
now go low, then go high. Nice work, but beautiful over-under takedown.
Into side control straight away, using that shoulder, old school. I love it. Slamming that shoulder into the.
But Jeremy Pacatiw does have the underhook on his left side. He may use that to spin out. If he can create a little bit of distance by bucking the hips and spin out using that underhook for leverage.
You see AlQaisi here, Keurig, he's just trying to stay calm and get the position first before he unloads.
AlQaisi is fighting very, very intelligently, because if he gives Jeremy Pacatiw half an inch, he'll be out, as you just saw.
Used that underhook beautifully, and now in on his own single and secures a takedown, but needs to be wary.
AlQaisi looking for the neck.
That's going to be very difficult to get.
Yet.
Very difficult to get from half guard from that position.
Pulls out the left leg and gets into that side control, and now we're talking in the area of, we just seen a Von Flute choke.
Yeah.
He needs to be careful of when to let go.
But he locks up the half guard again.
Jeremy Pacatiw, weirdly in this one, you were sort of alluding to a Phil at the start. If he was to get the win here tonight, he's clearly the #1 contender in the division, but his teammate is the champion.
I've asked him if that has ever become an issue in the gym, and he says, no, we fight all the time. We win, we lose. It's just part of our dynamic.
Looking for the knee shielder, looking to turn into Pacatiw is AlQaisi on the bottom.
Again, he's trying to use that underhook, but Pacatiw's doing well to clamp that down. Good knee on the break from Jeremy Pacatiw.
AlQaisi to his feet, and there was a little bit of almost not showman, but trying to say to Pacatiw, these kicks are doing nothing to me. And as you said, he switched from low to high when he was baited into that kick by AlQaisi.
AlQaisi just seems to every now and again be stepping into that. Every time he steps into that kicking range, that's when you see Jeremy Pacatiw unload that kick. But catches the kick.
A big
head kick.
AlQaisi, it didn't land flush because straight away Pacatiw coming. But this is the feeling out process, gentlemen, may have just passed. And expect the action to pick up. AlQaisi just shaking out his hands, resetting, and it's almost like he hasn't yet quite found that distance yet, Phil.
He's trying, as we've alluded to, every time he moves forward, Jeremy Pacatiw is forcing him back with that kick, letting him know that every time you try and invade my space, you will be punished with a shot.
Pacatiw not staying pretty calm, goes to that spin, but lands it again. He's been quite calm in there, the Team LaKai fighter.
Oh, gets caught with an overhand. Ali AlQaisi smiles, knows he may have done a little bit of damage there.
No, that kick comes from, my opinion, the most underrated martial art in mixed martial arts, and that's Sanda. Team LaKai originally started off as Sanda champions. Now they've expanded into mixed martial arts, so you do see very unusual kicks from them, some strikes as well.
Pacatiw adopting a more upright stance akin to a striker.
Each time they're almost like, it's almost like when you had a wedding back in Ireland, Phil. The women stand on one side, the men stand on the other, and they don't dance until they have a few drinks. And that's almost what it's like here. Every time they get back to the center, they just keep looking at each other.
Well, both these men have stone cold, sober, razor-like focus.
And the crowd are getting behind both fighters. What an atmosphere here in Bahrain.
Jeremy Pacatiw just almost trying to bait Ali AlQaisi into throwing something that he can counter with.
That's the end of the first round, and you could almost see it there that AlQaisi was baiting him in to land that kick so he could counter, and it was almost like he was starting to get a read, starting to get some timing. Just in front of us here, just off your screen, you could see that Ali AlQaisi talking to outside the cage of Abdul Karim Al-Sawani.
Gentlemen, I just got word from the doctors. Mohammed Fakhruddin and Azamat Morzakhanov have both been cleared to fight in the finals, in the final fight tonight for $100,000 and the most valuable prize in sports.
Wow. It's interesting to see recovery of both. Mo Fakhruddin said, I'll just eat a bit of food, I'll be okay, but it'll be interesting to see. We have a main event, let's call it, for the KHK title, but right now we are in the bantamweight division and we have got a very interesting matchup. As I was saying, Ali AlQaisi was maybe at the end starting to get a read on that kick, but although the kick is landing and he's getting a read, the kick is landing. That, no matter what way it goes, Kieran, is going to take effect on that lead leg.
As far as that spinning kick goes, if the Team LaKai fighter can draw his opponent in and land it as his opponent moves forward, it can easily break a rib. Thus far, his timing hasn't been perfect with it. He's been landing on an opponent moving away from him. It causes a degree of damage, but it's not completely devastating.
Saw Jeremy Pacatiw open up with the kicks, and it was the frequency of kicks that was working for him. I'd like to see him mix in the hands a little bit now, show his full repertoire of strikes.
As you said, he went to the well a little bit too often with that kick, and you can see that time the leg was being lifted by AlQaisi as the kick was coming, so that can be a tell too. But that's starting that lead leg, that minute in between rounds, the leg could start to deaden.
That's when you really start, it's the inactivity of the leg, that's when the blood starts to gather, that's when you start to feel heaviness.
Right back to feints, and he took that leg kick, but once again I asked that question, how many more of these can he take?
Big overhand from AlQaisi with the right hand, catches with the lead hook.
Starting to exchange, both men loosening up in the center of the cage. There's the spin, and he was too close that time. Too close to his opponent to make it land. AlQaisi treating that all the way out or all the way in that moment. Throws a leg kick of his own, and
Jeremy Pacatiw just grazed the chin ever so slightly, landed on the shoulder of AlQaisi. Like both men are opening up with their hands a little bit more.
Changes level, they timed the kick beautifully. Ali AlQaisi, beautiful work there. You could see that he was turning to throw that kick and charged in. Changed levels, gets the takedown. What can he do from on top the Royal fighter?
Just caught the legs when they were beautifully square, scoring the takedown.
Right in front of his corner as well, which is a big part. His corner can tell him exactly what to do there. Almost like a third-person video game that they can see what's happening.
Jeremy doing the right thing by trying to hip out, not flat backing. But Ali AlQaisi has those legs triangled, has them elevated. Using his head beautifully as another lever with which to control Jeremy Pacatiw.
Pacatiw looking to stand back up, but wrist control by Ali AlQaisi stops him from posting. Lands a couple of short right hands.
Then a nice short elbow reply from Jeremy Pacatiw.
Cornerer calling for shots with that free hand, and he obliges. This is big for Ali AlQaisi here in the second round. And Pacatiw landing some sharp elbows from the bottom. Just warned about the toes in the cage by our referee.
I love that control, that arm around the hip and lower back by AlQaisi, keeping Jeremy Pacatiw where he wants him, not allowing him to get the space to hip out. Very intelligent.
He's in that side control, just pushing the head, almost trying to slowly advance the lower part of his body up the legs of Pacatiw. He has done that, so expect him to establish it. Maybe try slide the knee open and go across and potentially get full mount here.
Pacatew's got the left underhook. He used it the last time to get out from underneath his opponent. I think he'll be able to do it a second time.
He needs to buck the hips if he's trying to do that, Carrick. There's that shift to the hips.
Some cornering right in front of us here by Carrick to the fighter. AlQaisi nullifies that attempt to stand up, and
he may be trying to work for a Darce. I think he's trying to push the head down and trying to connect for a Darce.
Darce, a difficult move to pull off when you've got short, strong arms.
Is he thinking about an arm in guillotine, perhaps? Jeremy Pacatiw trying to transition into a single leg, has the hands connected. May look to sneak out the back.
AlQaisi lets go of the neck there to stop that threat, but a good move by Jeremy Pacatiw to threat to change the position to create a scramble, but Ali AlQaisi does stay on top. Threatens the neck again. Short elbows by the Royal fighter as well. Trapping that right arm of Pacatiw under the knee.
Ali is looking for a Darce.
Landed some elbows again, and big shots coming down by Ali AlQaisi, and Pacatiw didn't like that and has to shift.
That guard is wide open.
Good head position as well, just driving his forehead and crown under the chin of Pacatiw. Pacatiw looking to stand.
But AlQaisi drags him right back down where he wants him. Uses the wizard to stand up. Great work by Jeremy Pacatiw.
Jeremy Pacatiw, excellent work to get back to his feet. Can he stay there? Can he get a trip of his own? Try to, but Ali AlQaisi counters.
Nice, perhaps switching into scarf. The cage there was prohibiting him from advancing. Now happy to sit in the half guard, that anchor position and land strikes, but Jeremy Pacatiw pops right back up like a powered up Pac-Man.
Knee there, just short of target, but back into the center we go. Pacatiw, I'm sure, will start aiming at that leg again, but may increase the output.
Needs to be wary of throwing that kick and getting it caught, but a very solid round from Ali AlQaisi, showing the developments in his game, showing the developments in his positional wrestling.
And to bring it back to what I said in the first round, it was almost like he couldn't find his range. Seemed that he found the range in the second round, comfortable here, Kirk, and then got it down to the mat.
To my mind, Ali AlQaisi established here in the second round that he is the physically stronger fighter. He may be technically less efficient in some regards, but when you're that much stronger, you can win a fight.
He uses we're watching the replays here, but there's a kick that comes from Pacatiw, and just as he's about to throw it, he timed it beautifully. It was almost like a defensive lineman in NFL just charged for that quarterback looking for the sack. He got that, and that's where we spent the majority of the second round then, Phil.
Well, what Jeremy Pacatiw needs to do to be offensively in this third round is open up with the hands. Every takedown that Ali AlQaisi has scored, and that Ali AlQaisi has even attempted, has been predicated off the kick from Jeremy Pacatiw. If he changes that up with his hands, the leg isn't there to score the takedown off.
Jeremy also needs to show us some lateral movement. The straight forward and back movement he showed us so far has not served him well. We'll know in the first 10 seconds, maybe less, if he starts to circle or not.
They're on their way here.
Beautiful show of character from both fighters.
Both men are absolute cardio machines. So you can see that they've still got the same heart, the same desire, the same stature, stage presence that they had in rounds 1 and 2.
Pacatiw circling marginally, but I think he's going to fall back into his characteristic in and out movement. That has not served him well in this fight.
Pacatiw looking to throw a big overhand right, and I was about to say at the start of the third round here is that you might see a lot more output coming from the Team Lakai man after that second round. That leg kick is working for him, but he just needs to be careful and not give a big tell for it. We've seen that in the second round. Ali AlQaisi took advantage and got it to the mat, so he's got to use it, but use it wisely.
And as we've seen on many occasions, the perfect counter to a leg kick is a straight shot, is a big overhand. Ali AlQaisi trying to throw that overhand off the kick of Jeremy Pacatiw. Jeremy Pacatiw throws that kick in typical Thai style by swinging the hand down for momentum.
Both fighters enjoying themselves, smiling and egging each other on, but very close first round. You could say a second round for AlQaisi, so we could be in a position of the fights earlier that this third round could be the deciding factor.
I agree with you, Noel. I think we're looking at a 19-19 fight right now.
Right now it's Ali AlQaisi occupying the center, almost trying to slowly bait Jeremy Pacatiw against the cage. It goes right back in, using that footwork to incrementally push Jeremy Pacatiw back.
Pacatiw spins, hasn't in a while. It does land, but
there's that lateral movement you were calling for, Kirk.
AlQaisi wears it well.
Jeremy Pacatiw is using that lateral movement defensively, but not yet offensively. He's not using the movement to try and create angles to attack. He's simply using the movement to avoid his opponent.
Nice right hand, and AlQaisi is the stalker, and it's almost he's made the Team Lakai fighter fight on that back foot, on his bicycle, constantly moving. It is AlQaisi closing the distance, cutting the cage off. That's what the judges are seeing, just like you at home.
Nice level change, work the body and then come up to the head from Ali AlQaisi. Trying to keep Jeremy Pacatiw guessing.
Fully expecting Pacatiw to go high with one of these kicks. He's threatened and peppered up that lead leg, so.
Oh, big overhand and then hook.
The hook was beautiful, just landed, but wore well by Jeremy Pacatiw.
Again, level change from Ali AlQaisi.
Threatens with a big uppercut.
For me so far in this third round, it's been Ali AlQaisi who's really dictated the pace, the flow, the cadence of this fight.
I think that's fair to say, Phil. And
Ali AlQaisi also has the better optics. If two fighters hit each other an identical amount, but one of them appears to be a little more aggressive, in all likelihood, he's going to get the nod from the judges.
Corner here from Ali AlQaisi screaming for the jab. Almost went high there, and the knee almost caught AlQaisi on the chin by Pacatiw. And
there's that takedown.
Change of level, big spread.
Hands are together. Takedown coming.
Beautiful takedown. That could be a fight-winning takedown from Ali AlQaisi.
Beautiful, just to step across both legs as well as he got the takedown. So beautiful awareness by Ali AlQaisi. Not just happy to get the takedown, but wanted to land in the more profitable position for him.
Ali's now positioning his head a little bit higher up his body than he had before, I think in response to the elbows he ate. There's the elbow attempt, but as you can see, the head is just a little bit too close for them.
The smothering work done by Ali AlQaisi, and the impetus now lies with Jeremy Pacatiw to do something to get up. You can see he's trying to get onto his hip to try and create a little bit of space and shrimp out, but unfortunately the wrestling of Ali AlQaisi has been so proficient tonight that he's completely shut down the game of Jeremy Pacatiw.
I alluded to in the first round and the second round almost being like a wedding, and they're dance partners, and you can certainly say that since that moment, Ali AlQaisi has been leading the dance, and he's got the takedown and is leading this fight. You would think in the third round, Jeremy Pacatiw needs to change, needs to get up, needs to threaten, needs to do something to improve this position, to have a chance with that lottery ticket to land the finish, be it submission or knockout. I feel that's what he needs. 10-second clapper, time getting away.
Ali AlQaisi fighting a very smart fight. Going to end things with a flurry.
Big shots from top and bottom by both fighters. And that is the end of the fight.
Referee closes the match at 5 minutes of round 3.
Ali AlQaisi, Jeremy Pacatiw go the distance. A high pace set throughout. Pacatiw finds the cage. AlQaisi runs around with his hands up. Is it a show for the judges, or do both men feel confident in that decision, Phil Campbell?
I think the X factor in that fight was the wrestling of Ali AlQaisi.
Just wanting to drink in the atmosphere as well here in Bahrain.
As an analyst and a fan, sometimes I bypass all the standards that are used for judging under the unified rules, and I ask myself one simple question: who hurt who more? And by that standard, I would say Ali AlQaisi wins the decision.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. They make it a unanimous decision victory for our fighter out of the red corner, the Royal Fighter,